During durian season, it was fantastic because we had D24 durians, and those days D24 durian was supposed to be the top. We didn't have Maosang one, so whenever a durian drop, you find the students get excited, and then we have a whole range of fruit trees from different type of mangoes, duku nansat, star fruit, rambutans, and when we harvest them in baskets and we share them with the staff, the non-teaching staff, as well as the students. And it was one of those things that gelled the whole school together.
I think sometime in Sec 3 or Sec 4, I can't remember, I joined the student council as well. I remember one of the most memorable times for me in First Toa Payoh was to actually run for elections. Because student council was based on votes, and so we actually ran for elections, and I managed to get in, and so I joined the student council. I can't remember how I ran now, it was some time ago, but it was a good opportunity to work. At that time, what was different about us was that First Toa Payoh introduced pre-university classes. And so the student council was dominated by those in the pre-university classes, but they had a few slots which were reserved for the secondary school students, so I took up one of those slots, and so I was part of the council that way. So that was quite a memorable time for me. That was the first time I ran for office, I think.
Most memorable experience, I think it's more towards the ECAs, whereby I represented First Toa Payoh to compete with many students from very good schools for 2 interviews, and finally I was selected to represent the NPCC Singapore, sponsored by SQ, to go to Brunei. I have 2 trips, in fact, one is to Indonesia, one is Brunei.
There were many teachers that I remember. There was our mathematics teacher, Miss Wang Pei Fen. Then there was also my literature teacher. I grew to enjoy reading and writing because of her. I also remember Mr. Wong Jing Jiang. He was our science teacher. He always emphasized that we need to get the steps right. I also remember Mr. Chan Boon Ban very vividly in my memories because he was the disciplinary master at that point of time. And if any of the boys misbehaved, they would get caning in the middle of the quadrangle for the entire school to see. So his stern demeanor was a constant reminder to us and to each and every one of us to be at the best of our behavior.
Of course, if you ask most of my batch peers, they will tell you, they will always remember the discipline master, which is he can shout across the school compound and everybody freeze, especially recess time. Yeah, there was one he shot across my name from a classroom over to the tuck shop, and everybody freeze and everybody look at me. I think it's very embarrassing, but he was actually calling me only, nothing else. And you know, but his voice is very stern, and he is indeed a very good discipline master.
I really appreciated my time in First Toa Payoh because, you know, all the students there, almost all of us, came from the neighborhood. You know, we all lived nearby. We all walked to school or took a bus just a couple of stops away, and so we all came from similar backgrounds, and we all spoke the same language, if you know what I mean. And so we all related to each other quite well. And there were no heirs. There was no one who was very rich or lauded it over everyone else. We all helped each other, and we made quite a lot of good friends there. And some of them I still keep in touch now. So it was really a memorable 4 years for me.